welcome to Rock Your Block. I am your host, Tia Young, and we have a great show for you today. Our returning chef has worked in the food industry for almost 15 years. Our second special guest is the sister of our chef and functions as sous chef and co-owner of Sous Suite. She is also a nationally certified group fitness instructor and personal trainer with nearly 10 years of experience in the health and fitness industry. She is passionate about teaching people to exercise safely and effectively. She also loves demonstrating proper nutrition for everyday life. Please welcome returning chef Adriana Spencer and special guest, sous chef and co-owner of Sous Suite, Ressie Davis, to Rock Your Block. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Oh, good. That's so good. Well, let's see. What are you prepared for us today?
Okay, well, I'm going to be making a beef roast with some green beans on the side, sauteed green beans, and it's going to have a horseradish sauce to go with it.
Yummy,
It's
yummy,
really
yummy.
good.
I can't wait. You know my favorite part.
Exactly.
And I'm going to be making a cream cheese-based sugar cookie. And I know that might seem kind of counterintuitive since I'm a personal trainer, but one of my favorite things is cookies. And it's the holidays, so you know you gotta still have some fun. That's all part of a balanced lifestyle, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. I just heard you say that.
Yes.
Cookies, that's my favorite.
Yes. Oh, it's my favorite too. It's like and around the holidays there's an abundance of them always.
Right.
Yeah. So what I have here in this bowl is a couple sticks of butter, some cream cheese, and some sugar. And if anybody wants the exact recipes, you can email my sister at adrianaspencer7@gmail.com, and we can send you the exact, measurements and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So in this bowl, that's what I have here, and we're gonna mix this, preferably with a handheld mixer, makes it easier. There you go. So the idea is to cream the ingredients together.
And while you're doing that, Adriana, this dish, is this something special? The cookies and the items that you're going to make, does this bring memories back as a child?
Oh, yes, especially the cookies. I used to make cookies with my dad. Actually, we both did. With our dad a lot during the holidays. We make cookies all the time, and I've just grown to love making cookies in general, not just at the holidays, but just in general. And then the meat, we do that. I've done it for Christmas, every so often, every few years, And it's just a really very easy and delicious way to celebrate the holidays for me. So.
Okay.
And the green beans are super easy
Oh, I
too,
love
and
green
delicious.
beans.
Yeah, they're really good.
We used to call them snap beans. When I
Snap
was a little
beans.
girl.
Oh, yeah,
Snap
yeah.
beans.
Yes, yeah. They're so good. So much sense in that. Right. Exactly.
That's another childhood memory. I remember my grandmother, when she would make dinners, she would have us sit with a bowl of green beans and we would
That's
just
right.
snap
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
for
that's
dinner.
right.
Yeah, it was a good time. So once I've got this cream together, I'm going to add some flour and a little bit of salt to it.
Okay.
And ideally, you want to just hand mix this because unless you want to wear all of your flour, probably the better idea. Yes.
Now, Ressie, you are a nationally certified fitness instructor in personal training.
Yes.
And you're also co-owner of Sous Suite.
Yes.
How does your fitness training blend with the Sous Suite message and vision?
Well, the Sous Suite message and vision is really about living as healthy a lifestyle as you possibly can. And really what I try to bring to Sous Suite is the idea that you want to be your best version of yourself. Whatever that may be. You're not trying to look like, the person on the cover of some magazine. You want to be the best version of you. And that could mean being as fit as you possibly can, eating well, but also not going overboard with it. So having, proper nutrition, but also like I'm doing right now, allowing yourself treats every now and again for, special occasions and things like that, and not beating yourself up afterwards if you treat yourself to a cookie or a brownie or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's coming along nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is that because the butter was softened, pre-softened?
Yes, and yeah, ideally you want to do that. Just like take it out, I don't know, maybe an hour or so before you plan on using
Overnight's
it.
better, I think.
Overnight?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say overnight's better.
And that way it will, it mixes a little bit easier than if you were just pulling it straight out of the refrigerator. So when it gets, you're kind of looking for this kind of crumbly, sandy texture here. So we're pretty much almost there. And once it gets to that sandy texture where you can kind of pinch it and it stays together like that, that's what you're
okay.
that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
So now that we've got that, we actually have some that, we're going to add an egg. And this is actually an egg. I have chickens at home, so this is actually an egg from one of my
Wow.
chickens.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a hobby. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
That brings back a memory for me because we had chickens when I was a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
And it was our job to go out in the evenings and, get the eggs.
Oh, yes. No, I enjoy it. It's fun to raise chickens and, especially from when they're little tiny chicks. It's a great hobby and you really get a lot out of it. You get really nice, all natural eggs and you know where where they
came
come from.
Right.
Exactly.
You know that the chickens weren't up for the last 24 hours.
Exactly, right. They're happy and they're healthy and you know where all of your food comes from. So
Right.
it's great. Okay, so once that is mixed in and once it gets to that kind of texture where you can, squeeze it together and it holds, we actually have some that is already done.
Okay.
I'm just going to move this over here. And you want to allow this to chill for a little while. Preferably, I would say at least, what do you think? Like
An hour.
An hour or so. And you want to roll, before you roll it out, you want to have some flour so that it doesn't stick to your countertop,
Okay.
because that's the worst.
So you can just roll it right out on the countertop.
Oh,
You don't have
yeah.
to have a mat.
No, you don't have to have a mat. No.
that's good.
Nothing fancy,
While you're doing that, I have a question about the holidays are, really fun days, but sometimes when you get everybody together, things go a little awry and Uncle Tim has said something about Aunt Mary's hat or did something to her 25 years ago. What are some of your recommendations about keeping everything on a nice and friendly, vein?
Well, she's actually a psychology major.
Oh,
so I'll let her answer that
okay.
question.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
I did major in psychology.
Okay.
And my best piece of advice for that, because we all have family issues like that. It's not at all unique. So my advice would be to just remember why you're there. You're there to celebrate the holiday season. You're there to have a good time with the family that you do get along with. So just do your best to try and make it as pleasant as possible. Play a game. Discuss a book that you recently read. Talk about your favorite TV show. Something like that. Just keep it light and happy, and everybody should get along pretty well.
Just keep it moving.
Exactly.
Okay, while she's doing that, why don't I get started
Sure.
on my horseradish sauce for the beef. So in my bowl here, I have a cup of mayo and a third of a cup of Greek yogurt, non-fat Greek yogurt. To it, I'm going to add some whole grain mustard, about 2 tablespoons there. Add that in. And then I also have some Dijon mustard here, about 1.5 tablespoons, as well as some horseradish, prepared horseradish, about 1 tablespoon. I'm going to mix that in. So let's mix those together. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt, just maybe like 1/2 teaspoon, and some pepper. I always do freshly ground black pepper because it just tastes better.
It tastes better. And
So
that
much
salt
better.
looks a little different than the regular table salt.
It's kosher salt.
Kosher, okay.
Yep, that's my go-to.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then just mix it together, and that's the sauce. That's it.
How easy can that
Right?
be? Yeah.
Exactly. We like easy, and easy is definitely what you want during the holidays. You have enough to do,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. That's right, absolutely.
So,
Yes.
all right, so that's it. We're going to put that over there for now and get while I prepare the beef.
Okay.
So I have a little beef roast right here. There you go.
Oh, that looks so nice and fresh.
Thank you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some butter. I have some melted butter here. And usually you would take a pastry brush, but I don't have one right now. So we're just gonna pour it on. We're just gonna pour it on and use my hands just to rub it all over.
Thank God for our hands.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Exactly.
Can I ask why you wrapped it in the string?
Because it looks pretty.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Is that really the real reason?
Pretty much.
I love that.
Well,
Okay.
two reasons. It does look pretty, but also it kind of keeps it all together, I guess.
Okay.
Keeps the beef all together so it cooks more evenly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Does it
Yep.
help it? Does it cut better too, or that
Well,
doesn't matter?
it has more round slices.
Okay,
So again, it's
okay.
about looking
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
But more importantly, it just kind of, it keeps everything together so it cooks evenly.
Now, that was a
so.
good question.
That was a good
Yeah,
question.
Yeah, I kind of, I looked over. It's like, oh, well, that's interesting. Okay.
So then after I roll it in the butter, that was about 3 tablespoons, 2-3 tablespoons of butter, melted butter. I'm just gonna take some salt, and you want about 2 teaspoons of salt. By the way, this is about a 2.5 pound roast, so you want about 2 teaspoons of salt. And I know it seems like a lot of salt, but you need it. You really do need it. So just
And
gonna
the
sprinkle
kosher
it all over.
salt is the texture of it is so different.
Yes.
It's kind of coarse.
It is, yep,
Yeah.
this is coarse salt, yep. Yep. And then after that, some more pepper.
Okay.
And you want to do about a teaspoon and a half, or just to cover it. You know. And just go all the way over. That's just a layer of fat. So we're not going to season that because that's just there for flavor, but we're not actually going to eat it.
Okay.
Okay. And over again. Perfect. Okay. So once you're done with that, you're going to put it on a sheet pan. I usually line all my sheet pans with foil, just for easy cleanup. And then it goes in the oven for a 375-degree oven, and you're going to bake it about 15 minutes per pound. So this is a two quarter-pound pound, so it's going to take about half hour, 40 minutes maybe. Okay, and that's to get it medium rare. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep. And that is it. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and when we come back, we are going to check on the beef and continue on with our cookies.
Okay. All right.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back. I am your host, Tia Young, with our returning guest, Chef Adriana Spencer, and special guest, Ressie Davis, sous chef and co-owner of Sous Suite. Ladies, where are we now?
All right. Well, while Adriana was talking about the beef roast, I went ahead and cut out these cookies into holiday shapes. And you want them, as you roll them out, you want them to be about maybe half an inch thick or so. And so now we're going to go ahead and decorate them. That's like that's the most fun part,
yes,
right?
yes.
And this is a really good if you have kids or grandkids or any nieces, nephews. This is a good part for them too because they love to do this. So you want to have a little bowl of water nearby, and what you do with clean hands, you just want to dip your finger in and gently rub the water on the surface because that helps the sugars to stick.
Okay.
Just
I
do
tell you,
that.
as a child, I would have eaten up all that dough by now.
Me too, actually. Like baking Christmas cookies, really it strengthens your self-control and your patience, because you just got to wait it out. So these are just some holiday sprinkles, like little sugars, Christmas sugars, that are just a lot of fun. And you can just gently shake those on. And one of the things I like to do is like, kind of mix and match. So you can add,
That's good.
just to make it look a little bit more interesting.
You make that look so easy.
Yeah. It's years of watching my chef sister, So you can do as many as these. I have, these do puff up a bit, so I have about 8 of them on a sheet tray.
Okay.
And then you just want to bake these. Once you have all of your sugars on them, you just want to bake them in the oven for about 12 minutes at 325
Okay,
degrees.
okay.
So yeah. So I'm going to finish these up and then I'm going to throw them in the oven.
Okay, sounds good.
Over to me then. Okay, so I'm going to finish up actually I'm going to start the sauteed green beans, which is super easy. You won't even believe it. So easy. So right now I have a sauteed pan. I have it on medium heat, and I'm just going to leave that there for now, but I have it heating on medium heat.
Okay.
I have garlic here, so I'm going to take 2 garlic cloves and just take them off.
That's a nice size garlic.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love garlic. One of my favorites.
love
And
it
then I
too.
have a knife here, and I'm just going to put the blade down on top of the clove and use the heel of my hand and just smash it like that.
Well, get out of here. I never knew to do that.
Yes.
And then
That's
that
the
takes
easiest
you-
way. It takes
oh
the
my
peel off.
goodness,
Yep.
It takes me 5 minutes.
Exactly. That is the absolute
Oh, wow.
fastest and easiest way to get
Well,
the
I
peel
have
off
learned
garlic.
something today.
Yes. So, if I can get it up. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to use, this is called a rasp.
Okay.
And what I'm going to use, it's very good at grating fine, like mincing. So I'm just going to use the garlic, just run the garlic over the rasp like that. And then tap it down and then you
Oh,
get,
yeah, there it is.
yep, very tiny, very minced garlic, just like that. So I'm just going to do that to both of the cloves here. So, there we go. And sometimes, yeah, make sure you don't
I know.
run your fingers over it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
I like the way it catches it at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. That's good. Just get the big chunks out of there. Okay. Perfect. So, I said this was heating. So now I'm going to add some olive oil. Just about a couple tablespoons, I guess.
Now, is that virgin olive oil or special?
Actually, this is just regular old
Just
olive oil.
regular? Okay.
Yeah, regular old olive oil is good. I say, like, that's what it's called. Regular old olive oil. Anyway, that's good for cooking. Actually, for cooking. Extra virgin olive oil. That actually has more flavor. That's actually good for like dipping. If you're going to dip bread or something in there,
okay.
that's what that's good for.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm just going to swirl it around a little bit. There we go. And add the garlic to it. Just like that. Okay. And also to this, I'm going to add some crushed red pepper flakes. Just to taste, like as much as you want. I added just a little there, maybe half a teaspoon. I'm just going to
That already
Flip it
smells
around.
so good.
Oh, it does.
So you only want to cook it for about like 30 seconds because garlic, if you burn it, it gets very bitter. So you don't want to burn it.
Yeah.
Okay. So to this, I'm going to add some blanched green beans.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
blanched means
Smells so good.
that I boiled them. I cooked them in water for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then shocked them in ice water. And what that does is it cooks it, but it also shocking it in the ice water stops the cooking, and it retains its green color. It's a nice bright green color.
Okay. So do you have to do that in so many minutes after you shocked it in the cold water, or it doesn't
Once
matter?
you cook it in the boiling water, you want to immediately put it in
In the
ice
cold-
water.
okay.
Yep. Yep, goes right in. There we go.
It smells so good, and it looks so good. Oh, wow.
So smell good. Yum. I love this. This is one of my favorite side dishes to make because it's so fast and so yummy. So I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Now it's on like medium heat. I'm just scraping the bottom to make sure I get all the garlic off. So it coats the beans and so it doesn't burn.
It doesn't burn, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that. And I see what you mean about the color.
Right?
It's a beautiful
Very
color.
beautiful color.
Yes, it is. And
Okay.
while that's going on, I had a quick question. This one is for Ressie. Now, I'm not talking about me.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about people that are 50 years and older,
No,
and
that's-
they've gotten kind of punchy in the front and kind of wide in the back. Not me. of
No,
course,
no,
not me.
no.
What do you have to say about people in that position and they're trying to be good during the holidays and they're thinking about all these resolutions they're going to make New Year's Day?
Yes, yeah, no, that's actually a very common question. And I think the first thing is don't make goals that you know you're not going to be able to keep. So that could be, oh, I'm gonna go to this Christmas party and I'm not gonna eat anything.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna eat something. So you can just make a habit of getting like one of the small plates. Like a lot of the times when we go to Christmas parties or things like that, they have those huge dinner plates.
Yes.
Get a dessert plate and eat off of that. Fill it up once. And then you can kind of pick as you go throughout your evening. You can just make conversation and enjoy. Also, make sure that you pick out things that you really, really, really want to eat. Don't just get something that's you think, oh, that looks interesting. Make those calories count. The question that I always ask myself is it worth the calories? Is it good enough to eat? Like, is it worth the calories?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, go for it.
Okay.
Have it.
Okay.
But don't have 5 of them. Have 1 or 2. Like that kind of thing. So just keep your goals smart and make sure that they're attainable. Make sure that you can actually follow through with them. That's my best piece of advice for things like that.
Okay, that sounds like
Yeah.
good advice. And so everybody out there, all the viewers, you hear that. It's not me. It's not me. Wow, that smells good.
I just put some salt on top just to finish it off. Just about a teaspoon, I'd say. And I don't think I mentioned how much green beans. This is about 2 pounds. Okay. Green beans. Okay. And that's it. That's all it is.
Oh, that smells wonderful.
Okay, so now we're going to finish off the beef.
Okay.
So I have it over here.
Oh, look at that.
That is gorgeous.
That is
so
gorgeous.
pretty.
Look at that.
So we're going to just slice him up. He's been resting for about, and I like calling my food here, like he's. Like I like using that pronoun. I don't know why, but
masculine,
yeah, exactly. I don't know, but that's what I do. But anyway, he's been resting for about 15 minutes, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to take it out of the oven and then start cutting it, because all the juices will just bleed all over the place. So when you let it rest for a little while, all the juices stay in the meat.
And what's a little while?
So,
About how
like I
many?
said, about 15 minutes.
15 minutes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. So now I'm just going to slice them
Look how tender, how easy that slice is. Look at
just
that.
like that.
Oh, wow. Now, there are some people that like their meat well done. Is there any health reason in that? Is it?
It seems to just be personal preference.
Exactly.
Okay.
This one off.
Meat that is less done is much more tender, but some people like that firmer texture. So it really is just a matter of preference.
Of preference,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep, that's all it is. I personally like mine like medium. Yeah. So.
And I prefer mine medium rare. So again,
There you go.
it's a personal
preference.
preference.
And I prefer mine well done.
There you go.
Yep, does it? It really, yep.
Yeah.
Whatever you like.
So would you say that's about medium?
Yeah, I'd say this
okay.
is about medium.
Yeah.
Yep, which is what I was going for. So, yay me.
Yay!
So, okay, so now we have a platter here. I'm just gonna put it right on the platter with a few slices. Ta-da-da, right there. All right. Oh, the bowl. That little glass bowl that you had the water in. Could I have that,
yes,
please? That would be great. All right. And I'm gonna put the green beans, just some of the green beans. Right on the platter, right next to it.
I tell you, if somebody was taking a nap, they'd be waking up.
I think so.
Wonderful
Thank you.
odors, just wonderful.
And then I'm just going to put some of the sauce that we made earlier, the horseradish sauce, in a bowl here. Ooh, I am making such a mess. That's okay.
That's okay.
Exactly. And right there. And then I just like to put some parsley on top as well.
Now, what flavor does parsley give a dish like this?
Parsley more than anything just adds freshness.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It looks
say it has
pretty.
specific flavor necessary, not to me.
Yeah.
But it just gives a freshness to it.
And
you
it
know, when
looks
you see
pretty.
it, you're like, yeah, exactly.
It really looks pretty.
Exactly. Yep. So I just chop it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a rough chop, and just kind of sprinkle it all over the beef.
Look at that.
Ta-da! There we go. Finito.
All right, that's beautiful. That is
Thank you.
really beautiful.
Thank
And
you,
then our
thank you.
cookies, how
Our
are we coming
cookies,
on
yeah,
that?
they came out really well. So this is an example of how you can present them at a party, or also how you can give them as a gift. You can kind of put them in a little tin, and they make, you know, since they're so pretty, they make wonderful gifts. But as you can see, they're all decorated, and they make for a really attractive showpiece. So yeah. So those are our cookies.
All right. Well, ladies, I want to thank you both so much. This has been so much fun.
Yes,
And
thank you for having
It's just
us.
wonderful.
Yes, I had
And
fun.
I can't wait to sample.
Oh yes, please sample.
Yes.
I can't wait too, personally.
Try one. Would you like one?
Sure.
There you go.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Yum.
Our time is up, and we want to thank you for watching our show today. You will be seeing a lot more of Chef Adriana and sous chef Retzi over the coming months as they show us how to prepare healthy and delicious meals and how to stay slim and fit while eating well. I am Tia Young, wishing you a fantastic week full of love, peace, joy, safety, and good eating. Bye-bye.